per kilowatt, 19 minutes and 44 seconds, max charging rate 301.97 kilowatt. That's huge. All right, I think we're gonna do some charging today. Hey Rivian. This definitely isn't a Rivian, but Rivian says their charging network works with 75% of vehicles, so let's go give it a shot. Also, if I recall correctly, this Rivian Adventure Network has two NACS ports on the dispensers, and now I've got my adapter in the center console here, and I want to see also if the adapter with the NACS port will deliver the maximum charging rate of this particular vehicle. I'm hoping to get over 300 kilowatt. Let's see. So this is saying I'm going to arrive with 11% battery, so I'm going to try to burn off some battery, get below 10%, and hopefully achieve the maximum charging rate that the Rivian Adventure Network will dispense. So I'm about half a mile away with exactly 10% battery remaining. We'll see where I end up at when I plug into the charger. Should be low enough to pull the maximum rated charging. Now let me go ahead and make sure, oh, fast charging prep is not available. I'm too low. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this does. So pulling up here at the Rivian Adventure Network. All these are a little tricky. I got to go down a one-way entry here backwards because my charge port is on the rear of my vehicle. And when I got here to the charger, I am officially at 10%. That's about as low as I could get it. So let's see where we end up with. So here at the Rivian Adventure Network, I'm going to grab my NACS adapter because these have NACS ports on the chargers. I'm going to go ahead and roll down the windows, turn off the AC to get the maximum charging speed. NACS. NACS. Plug in your Rivian to charge. Well, this definitely is not a Rivian. Let's see what it'll do. Well, that was quick. Blue light, not charging yet. Interesting. Your battery cannot charge this time. There may be an issue with the charger or charge cord. Unplugging and reconnecting the charge cord may fix this. See your owner's manual for more details. Well, that sucks. Alright, round 2. We are approved. Starting. This may take a moment. There we go. Second time's the charm. So yeah, when I first plugged in, the charging was interrupted or overridden. A simple unplug and plug back in, and it started charging right away. Not sure what that was about, but definitely something to point out and note. Alright, just jumped in the car, still climbing, 287 kilowatt, 288. That's fantastic. 590 miles an hour, still climbing. Already added 2% charge. Remember, this is through the NACS port with an adapter. So if this charging test was going to struggle, it would be with the adapter and the NACS port. But so far, I'm pretty happy with the results. 292, 293, this should continue to climb. Just saw 295 kilowatt. We're at 15% state of charge, and we started at 10% state of charge. All right, we're a few minutes in here, still pulling 293. It was just at 295 kilowatt. Really strong charge here, 32%. about 630 miles an hour. Oh wow, I noticed that this improved from 5:15 p.m. to 5:10, so that's cool. Here's my first significant drop off in kilowatt. Just dropped down from 295 to 287, 286. A couple other things to note. It is currently reading 76 degrees outside, 3:55 p.m. Not sure what the charging fee will be per kilowatt right now, but it will not be the cheapest. I just crossed over 100 miles added per this charge. Been going about, I don't know, 10-12 minutes. I'll give a nice screenshot of the receipt afterwards. On this fast charging screen, I also have noticed that the time originally started at 5:15 p.m. completion time, dropped to 5:10, and now dropped to 5:05 p.m. So it is actively updating as the vehicle gets charged up. We're now at 49%, about to cross the 50% mark. I'm going to let this go a few more minutes. So I've decided that for this charge, I'm going to let this go all the way up to at least 50%. I want to get to 60%. That way I would have added 50% of my battery capacity in a single charge and published the statistics on the Rivian Adventure Network. So far, this has been a great experience, reaching near peak kilowatt and then holding a sustained 244 plus kilowatt the entire time I've been charging. Average sustained kilowatt, I'll publish that data on the screen. Okay, one more check-in. I just hit the 50% mark and noticed a significant drop in the kilowatt rate. We were at 245, now we're down to 232 and falling. Let's see where this levels out. Looks like we've leveled out. 224, 225 kilowatt. We're going to stay here. 223. Looks like we're going to stay here until the next significant drop off, but still holding over 200 kilowatt for the first 50% of battery added, 10 to 53%. Let's see if we can hold it all the way to the 60% mark. Oh wow, we're continuing to drop. 209, 208, 54% state of charge, 207, 206, 205, 204, 203. Yeah, it looks like we're dropping off another cliff here. I'm going to go ahead and call this charge complete. We've just dropped underneath 200 kilowatt for the first time during this charge. 10 to 54%. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop this charge. 55% just ticked over on the dash. Stop the charge. Go ahead and unplug. Get my receipt. Okay, you're all set. Charging session 3:44 p.m. It is now 4:05 p.m., so under 20 minutes. Yes, 3:45 to 4:04, just under 20 minutes. Added 83.6446 kilowatt, 67 cents per kilowatt, 19 minutes and 44 seconds. Max charging rate 301.97 kilowatt. That's huge. That's a huge charging session right there. Good job, Rivian. Good job, Rivian Adventure Network. And thank you for being successful on a non-Rivian. That's amazing. As I depart the charger here, I'm at 219 miles shown on the dash. I arrived with 10% state of charge, about 40 miles of range on the dash. And we are out of here. So to answer my own question about how I started this video, can this non-Rivian charge at the Rivian Adventure Network? The answer is yes. I've known this. This is charged in the Ventura Rivian Adventure Network, the Barstow Rivian Adventure Network on my way out of state. It is one of my beloved chargers. They are huge on uptime and having an A rating as far as ease of use, easy to charge, easy to pay, ease of connection, speed of connection to begin charging, and works on over 75% of the vehicles that are out there. It's just a great charger.